From reaction to compound, chemistry is the science of matter and change. In this video, we'll explore key chemistry vocabulary, breaking down definitions, real-world examples, and images to make learning fun. Let's dive into the language of molecules and elements. Compound as noun. A mixture of two or more substances. A substance made up of two or more chemical elements that are chemically bonded together. The archaeologist uncovered a mysterious compound of ancient buildings at the dig site. The runner suffered a compound fracture in his leg. The resort has several different swimming pools, including a large compound for lap swimming. The company's financial reports show that it holds a diverse compound of investments. The chemist analyzed the compound to determine its properties. Acid as adjective, having a pH level below 7, indicating a high concentration of hydrogen ions, having a sour taste. She winced at the acid flavor of the unripe fruit. Lemon juice is known for its acid taste due to its high citric acid content. Acidic foods like tomatoes and oranges can cause discomfort for those with sensitive stomachs. The chemist warned against using the acid solution without proper protective gear. The pH test revealed that the solution was highly acid, with a reading of 3.5. Ion as noun. A charged particle formed when an atom or molecule gains or loses electrons. An atom or molecule that has gained or lost one or more electrons and has become electrically charged as a result. In a battery, the movement of ions between electrodes generates an electric current. The flow of positive and negative ions is essential for the conduction of electricity in electrolyte solutions. Ionization occurs when high-energy radiation strips electrons from atoms, creating ions. Sodium ions and chloride ions combine to form table salt, sodium chloride. Calcium ions play a crucial role in muscle contraction and nerve signaling in the human body. Equilibrium as noun. A state of balance or stability achieved when opposing forces or influences are evenly distributed, a condition in which there is no net change or tendency to change. Mental or emotional balance. A calm and composed state of mind or mood. Yoga and meditation practices promote inner equilibrium and harmony between body and mind. The chemical reaction reached equilibrium when the rate of the forward reaction equaled the rate of the reverse reaction. The therapist helped her find equilibrium after experiencing a period of emotional turmoil. The economy strives to maintain equilibrium between supply and demand to avoid shortages or surpluses. Ecological equilibrium in an ecosystem is disrupted when species become extinct or invasive species disrupt the natural balance. Thermodynamics as noun. The branch of physics that deals with the relationships and conversions of heat and other forms of energy. The study of the principles governing the behavior of energy and entropy in systems, especially in relation to temperature, pressure, and volume changes. Thermodynamics plays a crucial role in the design and operation of engines, refrigerators, and other heat-based technologies. Statistical thermodynamics applies the principles of thermodynamics to systems with a large number of particles, providing insights into their macroscopic behavior. The first law of thermodynamics, also known as the law of conservation of energy, states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another. Chemical reactions are often analyzed in terms of thermodynamics to determine whether they are feasible or spontaneous under certain conditions. The second law of thermodynamics describes the tendency of systems to move toward increased entropy or disorder over time. Base as adjective. not genuine or authentic, not morally respectable. Her argument was baseless, with no evidence to support her claims. His base instincts led him to make the wrong decision. The politician's remarks were base and offensive, causing widespread backlash. The movie was criticized for its base humor and crude jokes. The athlete's base level of fitness allowed him to easily complete the marathon. Bond as verb: to form a close relationship or connection with someone, to join or unite two or more things together. The shared experience of traveling together helped to bond a group of friends. The team-building exercises were designed to help employees bond with each other. Time spent volunteering at the shelter helped him bond with the rescued animals. The adhesive was used to bond the pieces of broken pottery back together. The chemical reaction caused the atoms to bond and form a stable molecule. Stoichiometry as noun: the branch of chemistry that deals with the quantitative relationships between the amounts of reactants and products in chemical reactions. The calculation of quantities of reactants and products involved in chemical reactions based on the principles of conservation of mass and the molar ratios of substances. Stoichiometry allows chemists to predict the amounts of products formed in a reaction based on the amounts of reactants used. The stoichiometry of a reaction can be used to calculate the theoretical yield of a product under ideal conditions. Stoichiometry plays a central role in analytical chemistry, where precise measurements are needed for accurate analysis of substances. In stoichiometry, balanced chemical equations are essential for determining the relative amounts of substances involved in a reaction. Understanding stoichiometry is crucial for optimizing industrial processes and minimizing waste in chemical manufacturing. Molecule is noun: a very small particle or quantity of something. The smallest particle of a substance that retains the chemical properties of that substance. A group of atoms bonded together. The scientists studied the structure of DNA, examining the arrangement of its constituent molecules. Water is composed of 2 hydrogen molecules and 1 oxygen molecule, H2O. The perfume contains aromatic molecules that give it its distinctive scent. The medication targets specific molecules in the body to treat the underlying condition. Air pollution consists of various harmful molecules released into the atmosphere. Inorganic as adjective: not arising from natural processes, not of, relating to, or derived from living matter, relating to or consisting of substances that do not contain carbon-hydrogen bonds. Plastic is an example of an inorganic material derived from petroleum. Inorganic fertilizers provide essential nutrients to plants but do not contain organic matter. Inorganic pollutants such as heavy metals can accumulate in the environment and pose risks to ecosystems and human health. Inorganic chemistry deals with the study of non-living matter and its properties. The mineralogy course covers the classification and properties of various inorganic compounds. Catalyst is noun: a person or thing that precipitates or stimulates a particular event or process. Something or someone that causes or speeds up a change, action, or event. The Internet acted as a catalyst for the rapid dissemination of information. The invention of the printing press was a catalyst for the spread of knowledge and the Renaissance. The protests served as a catalyst for social change, leading to widespread reforms. The introduction of smartphones was a catalyst for the transformation of the telecommunications industry. The scientific breakthrough acted as a catalyst for advancements in medical research and treatments. Element as verb: to constitute or make up as a component or part. to include or incorporate as a necessary or essential aspect or factor. The composer carefully orchestrated each instrument to element the beauty of the melody. The graphic designer used different fonts and colors to element the text on the website. She wanted to element her outfit with a pop of color, so she added a bright scarf. The artist worked to element a sense of motion and energy in his abstract paintings. The choreographer used lighting and props to element the mood and atmosphere of the dance performance. Bond as noun, a formal agreement or promise, often involving financial obligations, a strong and enduring relationship or connection between people or groups. The bond between a parent and child is one of the strongest forces in the world. War can create a bond among soldiers that lasts a lifetime. The company issued bonds to raise funds for expansion. A marriage is a bond that signifies commitment and partnership. The bond between siblings is often unbreakable, forged through shared experiences and memories. Compound as verb, to combine two or more things together to form a single entity, to mix or blend two or more substances together. The heavy rain will compound the problem of flooding in the area. The company's poor financial performance was compounded by the pandemic. The medication may compound the side effects of other drugs. She made a mistake that compounded the difficulty of the project. His reckless behavior will only compound his troubles. Acid is noun, a chemical substance with a sour taste that turns litmus paper red, typically having a pH less than 7. A metaphorical term for a substance or remark that is harsh, critical, or cutting. Battery acid is highly corrosive and can cause severe burns upon contact. Rainwater can become acidic when it combines with pollutants in the atmosphere, resulting in acid rain. Her words were like acid, burning through his confidence and leaving him feeling small. The scientists conducted experiments to determine the acidity of various solutions using litmus paper. Vinegar is an example of a weak acid commonly used in cooking. Ionic is noun, a member of a class of compounds consisting of ions held together by electrostatic forces. Ionic solids typically have high melting points and are brittle in nature. Sodium chloride, table salt, is a common ionic compound. In ionic bonding, electrons are transferred from one atom to another to form ions. The lattice structure of ionic compounds contributes to their crystalline appearance and properties. Calcium carbonate is another example of an ionic compound found in nature. Ionic as adjective, of or relating to the characteristic electrostatic attraction of ions with opposite charges, relating to or consisting of ions. Ionic compounds form when atoms transfer electrons to form positive and negative ions. Ionic strength is a measure of the concentration of ions in a solution. An ionic bond is formed between a metal and a nonmetal by the transfer of electrons. Ionic interactions play a crucial role in the stability and function of biological molecules. Ionic liquids have unique properties due to their low melting points and high thermal stability. Organic as adjective, characterized by a complex structure or organization, having a natural or inherent order, coherence, or unity, relating to or derived from living organisms, produced or obtained without the use of synthetic chemicals, pesticides, or fertilizers, grown or cultivated using natural methods and practices. The skincare brand prides itself on using organic ingredients sourced from sustainable and ethical suppliers. The farm specializes in organic farming practices, using compost and crop rotation to maintain soil fertility and biodiversity. The biologist studied the intricate relationships between different organic molecules in living organisms. She prefers to buy organic fruits and vegetables that are free from pesticides and genetically modified organisms. The restaurant features a menu with locally sourced organic ingredients to support local farmers and promote environmental sustainability. Bond as adjective. Connected, joined, or linked together. Having a close and enduring relationship or connection. The bond between the mother and her newborn baby was immediate and profound. They formed a bond over their shared love of hiking and outdoor adventures. The team members developed a bond of trust and camaraderie through their shared experiences. The siblings shared a strong bond that remained unbroken despite their differences. The bond issue was oversubscribed, reflecting investors' confidence in the company's future. Element as noun. A basic and essential constituent or building block of something. One of the simplest or essential parts or principles of a whole. The professor discussed the basic elements of grammar with the class. Oxygen is a vital element for human life. The design of the building incorporates elements of both modern and traditional architecture. The party had a fun element of surprise when the birthday boy arrived unexpectedly. The dish had all the elements of a classic Italian meal: pasta, tomato sauce, and fresh herbs. Base is noun, a fundamental or underlying principle or component, the lowermost part or bottom of something. The military base was heavily guarded and housed thousands of soldiers. The baseball player made it to third base before being tagged out. The factory built a new base for the large machine to sit on. The artist used a base of white paint to create a clean background for the painting. The chemist added a base to the solution to neutralize the acidity. Atom as noun, a very small amount or particle, the smallest unit of a substance that can exist by itself or retain its chemical properties. The basic unit of a chemical element, consisting of a nucleus containing protons and neutrons, surrounded by electrons. The discovery of the atom revolutionized our understanding of chemistry and physics. The energy levels of electrons within an atom determine its chemical properties. The atom is the fundamental building block of matter. An oxygen atom typically consists of 8 protons, 8 neutrons, and 8 electrons. Atoms combine to form molecules through chemical bonding. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.